Good morning. Thank you for watching. Another beautiful Lord's Day. Um, we've got our sick list we'll get started on. We got Paul Lehue, Garl Fugit, Wade Candycorn, Melissa Bogle, Kathy Smith, Mary Mason, Hillary Davenport, Naomi Blair, Lee Heath, Clint Blanton, Luana Peeler, Terry Parham, Patricia Womack, Benny Blair, Taylor Blanton, Lizzie Caudill, Becky and Lonnie Barks, Pat Burks, Thomas Bogle, um, Raymond Barlow. We need to send sympathy to Vida Page, families of Vida Page and Charlotte Smith, Charlotte Fan. Um, we've got a couple on there that I want to mention. My uncle Claude, he's out of the hospital. He's doing better. We got him in the rehab down in Woodbury. Seems to be doing pretty good. Uh, we also got Patricia Pirtle. She's had knee replacement and it's got infected. So please keep her in your prayers. Also, I'd like to mention my daughter, Cheyenne. If you could pray for her, she's pretty sad. She had a cat that she'd had for almost 17 years, and it passed away this week. So she's pretty lost without her friend. So please keep all these folks in your prayers. I've got a little bit of a lesson here today, but I was just thinking about this week is coming up, our Independence Day, that we should be thankful to the brave men that signed the Declaration of Independence. I don't know that they were all godly men, but I think they did believe and respected God. Uh, they signed that knowing that they might be held accountable for treason, and that was punishable by death. And they don't know for sure, but everyone attributes the saying of we shall hang together, or assuredly we will hang separately. And so that was attributed to Ben Franklin, and he meant that if they didn't stick together on this, and all the colonies stick together and try to fight the British, that they would all be held accountable for that, and that was death by hanging for treason. So they had a big thing to do there. We had brave men back in that day, and I just don't think we've got them anymore. Uh, you know, uh, Another guy that had a lot of trouble and he had to stand up to was Abraham Lincoln. Uh, when we were going through the Civil War, he stood up, and I believe he was a Christian man. And I'm going to read you a quote. It says, "I am profitably engaged in reading the Bible. Take all of this book upon reason that you can, and the balance by faith, and you will live and die a better man." That was from Abraham Lincoln. Um, you know the Abraham Lincoln Memorial. Uh, it's in Washington. Uh, Lincoln has a couple of speeches that they put on the walls in there, and I would like to read part of that. And it says the speech was only 267 words long, but it concludes with Lincoln's view of America's relationship with God. We are highly resolved that all these dead shall not have died in vain, but this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom. And it says in Lincoln's second inaugural address, considered by some to be his greatest speech, it is inscribed into the wall on the right side of the statue, Although a mere 703 words, the address mentioned God 14 times and references the Bible 4 times. Here Lincoln reflects that the course of the Civil War was not controlled by man, but by the Almighty, whose purposes were different from either side in the great conflict. So that shows me that, you know, back in that time period, and you know, we had men that were Christians, and we had men that respected God, and I just don't think we have that now. We surely don't in our current administration. They seem to be promoting everything except what the Bible says. You know, we've got so many bad things that they're promoting right now, and it's not good. God doesn't like that. God doesn't like evil, and that seems to be what's coming out of our current leadership. You know, and it says in the Bible that we're supposed to pray for our leaders of our country, and we need to do that. We absolutely need to do that. God is still in control. He's still on the throne, and we need to pray for Him for guidance. Maybe these people will turn their life around and quit promoting all this evil that they're doing, and it's just a terrible thing going right now. So we need to thank God for the brave men that we've had in the past that stood up for our country and made this country what it is now, that we would have freedom, and that we need to remember all the people that died for our country, that didn't get to enjoy it. And we need to remember all those people and their families, and even now, you know, we still lose men and women in our military. We need to pray for them, pray for their safety. That kind of concludes my lesson. Just keep in mind my main goal here is to pray for our country and pray for our leaders. Maybe someday that we can get this turned around and get some better leaders in, and we can do better. We can get back to the Bible, and hopefully have religious freedom. And there's something I want to say also. You know, all of this evil that's going on, we're not supposed to hate the people that's doing the evil. We need to love those people, and we need to pray for those people. We need to love the people, hate the sin, and please keep that in mind. Well, that's it for today. I'd like to say keep praying for our sick folks that we got on the list, our servicemen and women, our first responders, and the doctors and nurses, and all the folks that keep us safe and healthy. Thank you for watching. God bless. See you next time.